Webisode 57DHXT August 2nd, 2025 RAWSEP Talk Show. The prize for facing reality is clean air. RAWSEP Talk Show. The prize for facing reality is clean air. Larry the Litigator. We have 3 contestants in this RAWSEP Talk Show game. The winner at Facing Reality will also win clean air. Alfred, the name of contestant number 1, is the average American voter who will lose many federal monetary incentives by the end of 2025 to purchase a heat pump to replace any dirty home heating methods he is now using. Barb, the name of contestant number 2, is a California voter who has been confronted by dirty air from wildfires long enough to know enough to scrape together the money yesterday for clean home heating and cooling in spite of most federal monetary incentives ending by the end of 2025 to purchase a heat pump. Contestant number 3 is a New York native now living the opulent life in Florida and Washington, D.C. on the taxpayer dime. Money is no object for contestant number 3 in obtaining a heat pump that rids the air of unnecessary toxins from home heating and cooling. He calls himself Terry the Terrific Backstage. We call him Terror Train. We would call him Crazy Train like that Ozzy Ozborne song, only Terror Train has banned the media from labeling him Crazy Train. Terry contestant number 3 vacillates and answers to both names, so we are golden here folks in spite of the ban. Terror Train, is it time for me? Time for contestant 3? I am building a ballroom financed by my richer and richest friends. That is why I paved over the rose garden. Barb, well, if Terror Train is given the floor, I would like to interject that my home and our tiny little room that could be called a ballroom, because my husband and I dance in there with our little precious baby in our arms before we put her down for her nap, also called a nursery, is now free of dirty air from home heating because we now possess a heat pump. I would like to interject that the friends of Terror Train should be called Dumb, Dumber, and Dumbest because they are ignoring air pollution by promoting the unnecessarily dirty methods of home heating of fossil fuels and the most polluting in terms of PM 2.5 home heating, which is burning wood for home heating. Terror Train, yes, the ballroom will be heated by a huge wood-burning fireplace. Like Richard Nixon, I will burn wood in the fireplace even in the hottest summers because I will be running air conditioning at the same time. Opulence. A fireplace. I clap my tiny hands in anticipation, in a way that voters have come to know. Barb, strangely enough, when you clap your tiny hands you remind me of a fat baby, except babies are not born evil. Facing reality, your ballroom dancers will be inhaling wood-burning PM 2.5 at levels previously unheard of in a crowded ballroom. Alfred, hey folks, do not forget about me. I am contestant number 1 and represent the largest demographic in America. The voter who was promised much, I ended up with very little. And I dance at outdoor events because ballrooms are a snooze. At music festivals this summer, I have been coughing because wildfire smoke invades our airspace. That is my reality, and it really brings me down. I wonder how that happened. Barb, do I get the prize for facing reality if I explain the reality of wood-burning air pollution to contestant 1 and contestant 3? Larry the Litigator, hey Barb, do not go on too long or you will lose your audience. But how often does an ordinary American voter or even Californian voter get the ear of Terror Train and the average victim of wood smoke pollution at outdoor concerts this summer? Go for it, Barb. Barb, I purchased a heat pump yesterday because I want to have clean air for our baby daughter who we are bringing up to value clean air because you actually cannot breathe if you do not have clean air. That is our number 1 family value. Wood burning emits 2.8 times the PM 2.5 as coal burning, and wood burning emits 450 times the PM 2.5 as natural gas burning. If a near neighbor is burning wood for home heating, they should replace that dirty method of home heating with a heat pump that now works down to 40 degrees below zero and doubles as an air conditioner and has no toxic emissions. Should I go on Larry the Litigator? Larry the Litigator. Barb. Contestant 2, you win the prize. Come on down. Barb, I feel like queen for a day, but the Marie Antoinette prize should really go to Terror Train. He takes poor and middle-class taxpayer money to fund tax breaks for the rich and then builds a ballroom with money from air polluters. I call him Crazy Train, and not in a good way. Larry the Litigator. Barb, do you want this media outlet shut down? As your prize, we are compensating you with the small monetary amount you paid for a heat pump yesterday, using federal incentives available until the end of 2025. Barb, wow. I will tell our baby about this when she grows up and finds out that this talk show game influenced millions of Americans to switch to heat pumps in 2025. Larry the Litigator, I hope that day will come when the air is clear of all wood-burning air pollution. My best hopes go to you and your little family, Barb. My advice to Alfred contestant number 1 is to listen to Barb contestant number 2 even when Barb drones on and uses medical, scientific, and engineering words. Alfred, as the runner-up, you must watch every excruciating video made by residents against wood smoke emission particulates on YouTube. As for the loser Crazy Train, I have no hope for Crazy Train and his vacillating and short attention span. Crazy Train, are you talking about me? Larry the Litigator, that is all for now. One happy contestant, 2 doomed contestants unless they change their ways and change their votes to Democrats in 2026 and 2028. Who said this had to be a politics-free broadcast? The FCC? We included the ballroom adjacent and ballroom building contingent who are breathing with smoke now as we speak. Larry the Litigator, adieu for now. Keep it clean, folks.